Hi there, this is Marva Riley. I'm acting like Mrs. Cool today. I picked up these really cool glasses in a local boutique, and I thought I would do my videos today in it. I hope you like it. Anyways, this is Marva Riley, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am a registered nurse and the author of the book, Eat, Sleep, Meditate, A Nurse's Guide to Health. I also have a healthy, predominantly plant-based recipe book that I'm working on that will be ready for purchase, hopefully by the end of November of 2021. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you today about your health, as usual. And I wanted to tell you a little story about my health issues that I had and how I was able to overcome every single one of them and now enjoy a really healthy, cool life. So, as a child, I was very sickly. I was puny, as they would say. Always had a cold, always one thing going on after the other. But I also had a pretty rough childhood, a lot of stress, not a lot of fun. And so it is believed that a lot of the health issues that I had were related to the excess stress I had as a child. As I became an adult, I became more sickly, plagued with depression and anxiety, difficulty sleeping. I was unhappy and discontent even though I had a good husband and two beautiful children. With time, I developed shortness of breath, trouble breathing, chronic sinus issues, and allergy problems, chronic headaches, maddening migraines, and frequent colds. I was also plagued with time, probably about 9 years ago, I developed a severe heart condition called cardiomyopathy, and my ejection fraction was 30 to 35%. That means my heart was functioning at 30 to 35%, the heart muscles, the strength of the heart. And most cardiologists accept 65% or more to be normal. I had palpitations, always tired, could not breathe. My cardiologist told me that I would probably need a heart transplant to survive. I was also plagued with gastric reflux and HPylori, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, and severe bloating. I was also plagued with frequent urinary tract infection, severe premenopausal, perimenopausal, and menopausal issues such as hot flashes, weight gain. I was unable to concentrate and focus. I was unable to sleep. I felt hopeless, and I was also plagued with frequent vaginal infections and vaginal inflammations. I also was plagued with crippling arthritis all over my body, my neck, shoulders, my back, elbows. My fingers were stiff and could hardly straighten out. My wrist, hips, knees, ankles, and toes. I had crippling arthritis. I could hardly move. I had trouble standing. I was in pain when I sat, when I walked, when I lay down. I was just always in pain in my muscle joints and in my muscles and in my joints. I also developed severe allergic reactions to foods and toiletries and pretty much everything, environmental allergies also. I felt like I was dying. I was unable to eat anything except Boniata sweet potato and Publix purified water. I dropped from a size 8 to a size 0. Yes, I looked like I was dying, and some people thought I had AIDS or thought I had cancer. They were whispering about me. I was desperate for help. Because I had been a registered nurse for so many years and practiced Western medicine, where the treatment protocols are usually drugs or surgery or some kind of a procedure, and I noticed that they never cured anything, I did not want to go that route. I wanted a cure, a remedy, something that would get rid of the issues that I had permanently. So I turned to the internet, I turned to YouTube, I turned to books, whatever I could read and whomever I could listen to. I wanted an answer, and I wanted an answer for permanent solution. Everybody that I listened to or read who talked about a cure and a permanent solution talked about lifestyle changes. There were many testimonials from folks who had been deathly sick, had changed their lifestyle, changed the way they ate, changed the way they lived, and were able to reverse even cancer. Some people had in their testimonials. Cancer, the menopausal issues, so many issues people were able to reverse and get rid of and heal themselves of. And I wanted that. So out of desperation, I tried it. And yes, it worked. To this day, right now, I'll be 60 years old in May, and I have absolutely no health issues. I'm not overweight. I have no heart issues anymore. No issues, no gastrointestinal, no shortness of breath, no pain in my joints. I have no issues. Overweight and obesity is the #1 crisis around the world. And this is as a result of poor diet. That's the #1 cause. Poor diet. Then insufficient exercise and activity, excess stress, and insufficient sleep, among many other things that I have addressed in my book. Be sure to get your copy, Eat, Sleep, Meditate, A Nurse's Guide to Health. Let's look at poor diet. The Western fast food diet has taken over the world. Everywhere you go, you can find fast food. Fast food and processed food. The supermarkets, the local store, the bodegas, they all have fast food and processed foods. There's KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Subway, to name a few, everywhere. Gas stations no longer just sell gas. They're restaurants actually, and they sell junk, and they also sell fast foods, and the gas stations are constantly full. You go there and think people are buying gas. They're not. They're buying junk food. Hippocrates, who is called the father of Western medicine, stated some thousands of years ago, "Let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food." Hippocrates also stated that walking is man's best medicine. Walking is indeed medicine. I walk 40 minutes to an hour. Well, let me back up a little bit. I would say 30 minutes to an hour per day, a minimum of 5 days per week. Okay? And that has helped me to keep myself in good shape. Walking is medicine. Walking helps with mood. It improves the mood. It helps to decrease anxiety and stress. Walking helps with sleep. Walking helps with breathing, especially if you walk outside and you take some nice deep breaths. Walking is good for the respiratory system. It clears the airway. Walking is good for the digestive system, prevents constipation, helps with gastric reflux. Walking helps with the skin, makes the skin beautiful. Okay? Walking helps with our immune system And walking helps with our musculoskeletal system to strengthen the muscles and loosen up those joints to help you to rid yourself of arthritic pain, if you have that, as I did. Now let's talk about excess stress. Oh my goodness. Stress wreaks havoc on our bodies, my friends. Our kidneys have, sitting on top of them, adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands secrete adrenaline and cortisol. And these hormones, adrenaline and cortisol hormones, are increased if our bodies sense that we're in danger. For example, if a dog is chasing you and you need to run, then the adrenal glands secrete more adrenaline, more cortisol, flight or fight hormones, so that you will run for your life. Once you are no longer in danger, the hormonal level decreases. Well, if you're constantly stressed, your cortisol level is more than likely high. And so that puts you in a state of chronic stress. And chronic stress does the opposite of what walking does. Chronic stress can lead to severe anxiety, can lead to depression, inability to sleep. Chronic stress can lead to digestive issues like gastric reflux and irritable bowel syndrome and constipation and even diarrhea. Chronic stress can lead to breathing problems, can lead to inflammation, can lead to joint pain, can lead to palpitations and high blood pressure and heart disease and heart attack and even stroke. Chronic stress leads to headaches and weight gain and no motivation to exercise. So it's very important to keep your stress level low. Find ways to manage that stress and to lower that stress. And good eating and some exercise definitely helps with that. Now, as I talk about adequate sleep, adequate sleep is vital for good health. It is so important to get good sleep. So many research has been done and documented about the great effects of sleep on our health, and 8 hours is recommended. I know personally, I need at least 7.5. Well, to be honest with you, I need 8 hours to be able to function properly. I can think clearly. I don't feel like myself if I get less than 8 hours sleep. So good sleep is very vital for good health. We need sufficient quantity, and meaning the length, the number of hours, and the sufficient quality of sleep as well. So insufficient quantity and insufficient quality of sleep can wreak havoc on our mind, our emotion, and our spirit, and our body. So go ahead, you need to prioritize sleep. So in a nutshell, my friends, a healthy lifestyle equals a healthier you. What does a healthier lifestyle look like? Eat a whole food, predominantly plant-based diet. Eat a whole food, predominantly plant-based diet and minimize the flesh. That is fruits, vegetables, nuts, roots, and healthy grains. Minimize processed foods, minimize sugar, minimize salt. Another very important thing is to cut out night eating. Night eating can lead to weight gain. Drink adequate amount of water. And fasting is a very powerful healing tool. Do some research about fasting. It is during the time when we're fasting, when we're not eating, that our body heals. And when we're eating, our body's taking in nutrition. So it's important to give our body time to repair and heal itself. And it's while we're fasting, that intermittent fasting, for example, that our body does the healing. We need to exercise or walk. Walking is man's best medicine. And there has been a lot of research to show that walking for 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 days a week can significantly improve our health. Sunlight and fresh air is very important also. Sun has vitamin D, and sunlight helps to improve our mood, and sunlight also helps to improve our immune system. And I don't think I need to say anything about fresh air. It is invaluable. Get adequate amount of sleep, as I said. Meditate, center, be still, be comfortable being by yourself and just spending time with yourself alone, by yourself alone, and just center yourself and connect with that higher being. Laugh, have fun, dance, do something that you love to do. Take nature walks. All of those help to decrease the stress level. And next, buy my books. I have written this book, Eat, Sleep, Meditate, A Nurse's Guide to Health. It's very simple. It's easy to read, easy to apply, written by a registered nurse.